We are in the business of selling jewelry and not building custom tech. We want to move so fast, and tech was actually becoming a blocker for us. So it actually slowed down the pace of innovation. The Shopify platform, it's so intuitive. We re-platformed in less than 9 months. Now that's insanely fast. There's a huge cost component to not moving fast enough that people sometimes forget. It got personal now.
Challenge accepted. Mejuri has skyrocketed since launching in 2015. 39 retail stores, 5 million shipments sent, and 2.5 million customers worldwide. Their competitive edge? Leveraging unified commerce. Today, we sit down with Chief Digital Officer Rohit Nathany to explore Mejuri's shift to Shopify, his strategies for tech infrastructure in high-growth brands, and the future of omnichannel retail. So what do you think has been the key to Mejuri's massive success?
The key to Mejuri's massive success is our customers, truly. When Majid and Nora founded Mejuri in 2015, they wanted to disrupt the jewelry industry, and they wanted to do so by redefining luxury. We have always considered jewelry as an expression of self, and we have stayed true to our core values, which is celebrating our customers and really empowering the self-expression. Over the years, we have built these differentiated shopping experiences with personalized shopping, but it all comes down to listening to our customers' feedback and making sure our features are aligned to what they are looking for.
So Mejuri has been known to invest wisely in both e-commerce as well as the physical in-store experience. What does omnichannel mean to Mejuri?
Omnichannel really means understanding how and where our customers like to shop, and then using the data to inform our roadmap so that we can go out and build those shopping experiences for our customers. It's no surprise that we are investing heavily in our retail stores. It also involves building omnichannel features, whether it's buy online, pick up in store, or something like endless aisle and split cart in our stores. So it's really actively listening to our customers and making sure we are able to create this seamless and integrated experience no matter how and where they like to shop. The second piece, which I think is also equally important, if not more, is the culture. It's the culture of thinking and decision-making in an omnichannel fashion, be it your marketing tactic or creative direction or your product strategy or your digital and operations strategy. So it comes down to a combination of being where the customers are shopping, as well as like building this culture internally within the company.
What are some of the fulfillment strategies that you are noticing in the jewelry industry?
Well, the retail industry overall is increasingly moving towards omnichannel fulfillment approach. I don't consider this a competitive advantage anymore. In my opinion, it's a must-have if you want to scale as a business. At Mejuri, we have invested heavily in these omnichannel fulfillment options, from buy online and pick up in store to endless aisle and split cart in our stores, and we see really strong adoption of these features.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the in-store experience? Because the last time I was in store, I noticed that there were QR codes located in various areas.
Oh, yes. It's not just the QR codes. You will also see that we have iPads, which are strategically placed across the different parts of the store. And the whole idea behind this is like we want to empower our customers who are walking into the store to not just look at the selection that you see within the four walls, but also explore what we offer online as well. And you can always interact with our stylists and ask them questions, and they will gladly help you find the product and the style that you're looking for so that you can walk out as a happy customer.
So jewelry shoppers like to mix the online browsing experience with the in-store shopping experience. How does Mejuri use technology to blend those digital and physical experiences?
We use technology in many different ways to help bring an integrated shopping experience for our customers, irrespective of where they are shopping, whether it's online, on the mobile app, or in our stores. If you're online, you'll see that we talk about our omnichannel presence in many different ways. If you're on the collection pages, you are able to filter the products that are available in your nearest store. We also have features like buy online and pick up in store. If you do purchase a product, we make it really easy for you to go to a nearby store and return or exchange it for any reason. Our stores are designed along with the stylist training and interactions to help you find the right product, the size and the style that you're looking for, even if it's not available in the store, through a bunch of technological capabilities that we have built over time. And now that we have Shopify, we are looking forward to raise the bar again.
So we're very happy that Mejuri migrated over to Shopify. Can you tell us a little bit about the pain points that Mejuri experienced and how those led you to your decision to choose Shopify as your platform?
Pre-Shopify, Mejuri was on an entire custom stack. And over the years, we did an amazing job on using a custom solution to grow the company. But when you're a growth-based company, you have limited resources. And the focus on building these new features means we did not invest heavily on addressing the technical debt. So for me, the biggest pain point came down to usually the invisible one, which is the opportunity cost of not moving fast enough and not innovating fast enough. Now I can go on and on about all the different technical blockers that we encountered along the way, but I can tell you what I remember most is the features that we were not able to launch, are the features which we were not able to launch fast enough. I think there's a huge cost component to not moving fast enough that people sometimes forget. When you start looking under the hood, we were spending most of our time in building and maintaining third-party integrations, which comes out of the box with an unified solution like Shopify. And for a brand operating in a consumer product space, we are not in the business of building these integrations that are available out of the box. So it was very clear to us that we needed to completely overhaul how we are doing engineering and build this tech stack from ground up. And once we started working on that journey, it became clear to us that the simplification was our goal. And when we looked at Shopify, the combination of point of sale as well as the unified e-commerce experience was extremely attractive to us. And what made the difference was in the pre-Shopify stage, we had this mesh of a custom e-com application, a custom payment service, and a middleware that was built to connect our custom e-com application with the point of sale solution. And we encountered a ton of challenges along the way. To put things in the context, we had a crew of 4 support engineers managing and responding to the edge cases, which sounds insane. So it was very clear to us that we needed a complete overhaul. And while we were on that journey, simplification was our goal. And what better way to simplify than just having a unified point of sale and e-com solution?
So you sound very excited to have been able to put all these pain points behind you. Can you tell us a little bit more about what the experience has been like since you've been able to simplify everything?
So the Shopify platform, it's so intuitive, it's so easy to use. I'm spending more of my time talking about what else I can do, the new feature that I can launch. And I can give you several examples. And some of these are happening raw, like live. Just after we launched, I started talking about how did you hear about our survey with my marketing team. And very quickly, I realized that what we were doing was very static. There was no flexibility or segmentation built into the survey. And before I know, there is an app, there is a vendor that is out of the box with Shopify that allows me to bring together a unified way to learn more about our customers. And there's so many different examples like this. It's really great to actually feel relieved that I'm spending more time thinking about what else I can do on behalf of our customers. How else can I grow the customers base and the business and not worry about the technical debt.
So simplifying and unifying everything allowed you and Mejuri to just be a lot more strategic.
A lot more strategic, a lot more agile, a lot more nimble, and focus more on what matters most for the business.
So many brands believe that custom stacks will enhance scalability and adaptability, but Mejuri found the opposite to be true. Can you tell us why?
Such a classic build versus buy dilemma, right?
Yes.
And what's surprising is that most of the discussions are happening in the extremes, 100% build or 100% buy. But I always say the answer lies somewhere in between. And it depends on the context of the company, what you're doing, what product you're selling, what processes you have in your company. If you're a brand in the consumer product space, I feel confident in saying that 80 to 90% of the use cases will be solved by a unified solution like Shopify. So the question for you is how much you are paying for that control and flexibility. Yes, 100% custom solution will give you the ultimate flexibility that you need, but it comes at a cost. And that's what Mejuri was paying for it, right? In the early days when the solutions weren't really ready, we took advantage of building custom, but very soon we realized that it actually became a drag for us. It actually slowed down the pace of innovation. So for us, it's a matter of how much you're paying for that flexibility. And the answer was very simple, right? We are not in the business of selling a technological product. We are in the business of selling jewelry. And that's where we want to spend our time, our headspace, and our resources, which is how do we grow the business, how do we acquire more customers, and how do we innovate on behalf of them. So the answer was pretty simple for us.
Can you tell us a little bit about the outcomes that you were hoping for your teams by moving to Shopify?
It actually came down to growing the business. We did spend some time looking at the total cost of ownership and all that good stuff. But eventually it was all about like, hey, is there a platform that can help us grow faster? We have so many ideas at Mejuri. There's so many features we want to test and launch. We want to move so fast, and tech was actually becoming a blocker for us. So with Shopify, it wasn't really about the cost structure. It was more about how can we move fast? How can we supercharge the growth for us? So when we're looking at Shopify and the outcomes, we're actually indexing really heavily on the conversion rate, whether it's online or in the store.
So how did you know that Shopify was the right partner for Mejuri?
My team was tasked to answer 3 questions before we landed on Shopify. Number 1, do we have a very clear understanding of the business problems we are trying to solve? The answer was yes. Number 2, can Shopify solve these problems? And it took us some time. It was a process, but we got there very soon. Number 3, can we trust Shopify? And on number 3, I would say great kudos to you guys, to everyone who was involved in the project, that you guys, in my opinion, went above and beyond in helping build that trust. There was a series of technical workshops that you guys did, not just to show what Shopify can do, but also first understand what problems we are facing and how Mejuri plans to grow in the future, and then provide the context of how Shopify can help us grow our business over a period of the next 3-5 years.
Can you tell us a little bit about why Mejuri chose to roll out both e-commerce and point of sale at the same time, rather than releasing one after the other or even spacing them out?
Yeah, our original migration strategy was to do the migration in a sequential fashion. We wanted to start with online and e-com and then move out to the point of sale. Our big assumption was that it will be just too much to do both together, and we shouldn't pick up so much work at the same time. We very quickly realized that it will actually save us time, and it is actually going to be better for us if we combine both the migrations at the same time. I'm happy that we questioned our assumptions and we were able to move fast and stay nimble and actually land both of the stacks together.
How long was the build phase, and how long did it take Mejuri to implement e-commerce and point of sale on Shopify?
Well, the build phase lasted less than 9 months, including the implementation and training. And I'll tell you a story over here. I recall attending one of the Shopify events where I bumped into another CTO from another brand. And I think he laughed at me when I said that, like, hey, I'm targeting to start and complete the launch in less than 9 months. And I immediately went back to my team. I was like, dude, it got personal now.
Challenge accepted.
Yes, and I really want to make it happen. And what we realized was that like none of the replatforming or migrations are easy. It all comes down to the execution. So the team executed really well in the end. Like the Shopify platform was really easy to work with. And we can look back and say it was a successful endeavor.
How has Mejuri seen its customer journey evolve over the last several years?
Over the years, our customers have become a lot more omnichannel. That is very clear with the internal data we have at our disposal. And I'll give you a very recent example. We recently launched our biggest brand campaign of the year. And one of the features that's very popular online is called Shop the Look. And we really wanted to bring the physical version of it in our stores. And we did so with the launch of this campaign last week. And the response from our stores and our customers is really overwhelming. So it just shows you how our customers are becoming very omnichannel. Anecdotally, like we have customers who walked into our stores talking about the campaign, talking about the post that they saw and wanted to actually shop the look. So we were really happy to know that like we actually built a physical version of that feature.
So now that Mejuri is on Shopify's unified commerce platform, what are some areas of Mejuri's roadmap that you are the most excited about?
There's so much to be excited about, like from marketing to point of sale to e-com. But I'll share 2 examples. So one is international expansion and the other one is auto routing capabilities, and they go both hand in hand. So imagine a fleet of stores and you have inventory lying in all those stores. So it's really important for us to scale our auto routing capabilities so we can leverage this inventory to improve our inventory turns, it's a huge impact to the business, both on the top line and the bottom line. I look at all those retail stores and the real estate as fulfillment nodes. This is where the order routing capabilities come in. We ask ourselves, like, how can we leverage these nodes to fulfill the online orders as well and improve the inventory turn? But if you start putting the international context in the equation now you're not just talking about the inventory turn. Now you're talking about reducing the delivery experience, reducing the delivery cost, as well as improving the customer experience. We recently launched our store in Australia. So if you imagine for a second, we have so much inventory staying in that store, and we are now working with the Shopify platform to fulfill the online orders from the store. In summary, what Shopify is unlocking for us is rapid international expansion. It's going to drastically cut down my delivery time as well as my delivery cost. And it's a win-win because it's going to have a lot more happy customers, and it will help me grow the business as well.
Are there any Shopify tools that your team is very excited to use?
I'm really excited about the POS UI extension, and I'll tell you why. For our marketing team, I'm really looking into the How Did You Hear About Us survey, and I believe that the POS UI extension allows us to create this unified view of how does our customers hear about us. So I'm really, really looking forward to leveraging that unified data to improve our marketing efficiency. Another one that I'm really excited about is a send card that is now enabled by Shopify.
What's the advantage that Mejuri gets from using Send Cart by Shopify?
Oh, there's a lot to unpack here. So if you are a customer walking into a Mejuri store, what you'll immediately see is that our stylists are trained to help you find the product that you are looking for. And for any reason, if you're unable to buy the product, whether it's not in stock, if you just don't have the time to finish the transaction, you can work with the stylist on sending that cart to your email so you can go online or visit the store again to complete that transaction. Now, it's a huge win-win situation for us because it incentivizes our stylists to engage our customers in those interactions, and so they can also educate our customers that the relationship doesn't end over there, like it continues. And for customers, it's a win-win as well because they won't forget about the style, the color, or the size that they had seen in our stores. And end of the day, it really incentivizes our stores and stylists as well to really leverage this tool to grow the business.
Is it safe to say that Send Cart by Shopify also gives Mejuri the opportunity to save a sale, especially when you're dealing with a customer who might be indecisive? Because you want to make sure that your stores and your sales associates are still getting credit for the efforts that they made.
Oh, absolutely. We all know about the shopping experiences, how often we find ourselves in a store and we are not able to make up our mind. And it's true for Mejuri as well. So you have customers who walk into a store, they interact with the stylist, they start building the cart. And for a number of reasons, they may not want to make the purchase at that moment. Maybe they want to talk with someone and get their opinion. Maybe they want to learn more about Mejuri and they want to take their time. So in moments like this, in situations like this, it's really important for us to incentivize the store and the stylist to help build that relationship and maintain the relationship with the customers so we can convert that when they are ready to make that purchase. And what's better way to do that than to actually attribute the success of that sale and revenue to the stylist and the store, so it becomes a win-win for all of us.
What advice would you give other technical leaders in retail who are looking to scale their business? And what pitfalls should they be aware of?
What I would love to share with them is put on the general manager hat, think about how the business wants to grow over the next 3-5 years. Think about all the business problems that you are trying to solve. Look at technology as an enabler. Technology is a means to an end. And if you're a brand in a consumer product space, I'm fairly confident that Shopify platform can solve 80 to 90% of your use cases, if not more. So don't chase the technical excellence. The role of technology is to supercharge the growth and not become a blocker and not become the goal itself.
Tell us a bit about where you see the retail industry heading in the next few years.
In my opinion, the retail industry is increasingly working towards the omni-channel approach. And if you're a retailer, if you're a brand, I encourage you to look at the culture. I believe the success will come down to building and nurturing a culture of thinking and decision-making in an omni-channel fashion. Now, you also have to look at the technology that you are using, because in order to nurture and grow the culture, you have to create a feedback loop of wins. You have to show the success to your organization. Look at the send card. So if you are in a retail store and if a customer is indecisive, what we can do for them, we can save their card and send it to them. And that sale gets attributed back to the store and to the stylist. It's a huge win. If you start seeing those wins, it creates a feedback loop to the omni-channel culture that you want to nurture within the company. So in my opinion, it starts with the channel and finding ways through tech to create a feedback loop of wins so you can continue to nurture and make that culture more self-sustaining in nature.
So today there is a lot of technology that is available to retailers. What's your favorite in 2024?
Well, it had to be another person to say AI.
Okay.
But I've been really impressed by the recent application of the new AI capabilities, especially in the creative space. I can't share the name and the details, but I'm actively working with a vendor who is building the solution using the new AI capabilities that will allow us to bring the sketches and the concepts to life in record time. And these are the areas where I get really excited about where the AI is headed.
What are some of the Shopify features and capabilities that Mejuri is now considering for BFCM and the holiday season?
There are several of them. So if I were to look at the marketing side, there's a new sales channel with the Shop app. There's Shopify audiences. There is Shopify YouTube affiliates. There's a lot to be excited about in that space. So we're actively looking into all these different solutions. In fact, we already launched our store on the Shop app. From the store point of view, we are doubling down on the send card feature. I think it's going to be a game changer for us. So we are spending a lot of time looking into training our stylists and measuring the success of that feature. Online, Shopify is going to allow us to move faster in offering more digital merchandising capabilities. And so overall, there's a lot to be excited about.
Well, Rohit, thank you for your time. We are very excited to see where Mejuri goes now that it's on the Shopify platform.
Thanks so much. Great chatting with you.